Hello fine people, I am Prairie Vintage Jewelry and I'm back today with another video, and today's video will be taking a look at the person on your mind and how they are feeling at this moment. Now this reading is timeless, so when you find this video it is certainly meant to find you, and messages will either resonate with you, and if they don't, feel free to check out another pile. But we will be pulling some tarot and some oracle. We will be doing some charms and some songs as well. So we plan on getting pretty in depth with feelings. We will start out with your feelings and how the connection you're thinking about is going from your perspective, and then we will take a look at your person's feelings. So today we have 4 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4 are these stone hearts. So feel free to pause the video, and if you are a returning subscriber, I'm so blessed. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are new and you do like these videos, please don't forget to subscribe. All right, see you soon. Hi friends, if you picked pile number 1, this white stone heart, then this will be your reading. And if you skip the intro, we will be taking a look at your person's feelings currently as the energy sits today, or the person on your mind. But before that, we will get into your feelings about the connection, and this will be from your perspective. So we will ask Spirit for some cards here. Spirit, can we get pile 1's feelings regarding the connection they are thinking about with this person? Thank you very much. And pile number 1, I'm so blessed for you allowing me to tap into your energy today. Thank you so much. So we will pull tarot and we will pull a little bit of oracle as well. Well, we will pull the Hermit. 2 cards coming out. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Judgment in reverse. If you are interested in the jewelry I am wearing, it is available or will be listed at prairievintagejewelry.com. Feel free to visit me there. I'll list these decks below as well as the link to my website. So we got the Tower coming out in reverse. One more card, Spirit. Got the Fool. Okay, why is the Death card here in reverse, Spirit? Where's the Death card here in reverse? Before that one wants to come out. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse. Why is the Queen of Pentacles and the Hermit in reverse here, Spirit? Got the 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay, we got 2 cards coming out here, clarifying judgment. We got the Hangman in reverse and the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And why is the Tower card here, Spirit, in reverse? We've got the High Priestess in reverse, and then why is the Fool here in reverse? We got the 9 of Wands. Yes, 9 of Wands. Okay. So I'm getting an energy before even having to tap into the first pile, and normally I like tapping into the energy so I get a full picture of the cards in front of me. But one thing that's coming through strongly is that something has happened in this connection that's changed up this connection, and you feel as though it is something that kind of is heading in a direction that you did not want. In fact, you feel like it is unfair the way this connection maybe suddenly either has ended or has changed drastically in your eyes, and the possibility of a new beginning with this person is looking very, very slim for you. Okay, so give me a minute to tap into this energy just so I can pick up everything, and then I will be able to relay what I see here. Yeah, so the main message here that I'm getting is that whatever happened in this connection, and for a lot of you guys, you might be in a period of either minimal to no contact with your person because of an ending. I do feel as though this ending was very abrupt. And with the death card here in reverse, I feel as though you are still maybe potentially hanging on to either what was last said, or just hanging on to this person, either out of a curiosity or still thinking of a potential that might be there within this connection, but feeling as though there is no way to go back to restart something with this person. I feel as though for a lot of you guys, there might have been quite a period of pause and reflection, but I feel as though with the Judgment card in reverse, maybe you were feeling as though your person was unfair to you, or that your person was going to maybe communicate with you. For some of you guys, maybe you're waiting for an apology from your person for maybe how things had ended abruptly. I feel as though maybe you guys have pulled your energy away with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Hermit card in reverse, that maybe where you guys were giving a lot of effort and energy, you kind of pull back. And I feel like with this Tower card here, something was done in this connection that just was the end of, I guess, moving forward in the connection. And because we have the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, and I shuffle these cards pretty well, I feel as though they are in reverse, but I do feel as though this message that I'm getting from Spirit is that it was unexpected, an unexpected breakup or an unexpected ending to this connection. And that I feel as though maybe you thought your person was in limbo. With the Hangman here and the 2 of Pentacles, it's like putting an end to somebody in limbo, because either you had wanted to understand whether you guys were together, or whether this person was interested in you or not, or whether they were willing to commit to you or someone else. Or I just feel like maybe that was the driver for a lot of you guys, kind of ending the connection, or at least the connection ending, because someone was putting a stop to it with the Hangman in reverse and the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel as though maybe you didn't get out of this person any real answer that lined up with what your intuition was telling you. With the High Priestess in reverse, I'm speaking about potentially an intuition being not listened to, or secrets being hidden, truths being hidden. And I just feel as though the main driver was to find out the truth regarding this connection, and wanting to start over. Like this Fool card starts about new beginnings. With it in reverse, I just feel as though you feel like at this point in time, there is no step forward because of how maybe your person's ignoring their intuition, and you're kind of just letting go of guard, not investing as much time, maybe fighting for this. I do feel with the Death in reverse, there is still some hanging on to this connection, or at least not letting this just come to an end. Like there still needs to be some sort of apology here, or a closure. But with this 9 of Wands being the Wounded Warrior card, someone standing their ground, or being you know, fighting for something they kind of believe in, I feel as though with it being in reverse, it's like you're no longer wanting to either fight for the connection, or at least take the initiative to step forward in a direction of making something work within this connection, because I guess you had put on the table, you know, a decision that potentially needed to be made, and your person either left you high and dry, or decided against their higher intuition, or at least knowing full well what this connection might have been with potential and not following through on this connection. So that's what I'm seeing for your energy. Now we will take a look at how your person is feeling. And I'll pull some oracles as well, maybe to get a deeper insight as to what your person is feeling. We'll ask Spirit to give us clear and concise message for pile number 1 and the person they are thinking of and how they are feeling right now about this connection and about pile number 1. What are they feeling? What are they thinking? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we do have the 5 of Pentacles. So someone's certainly feeling out in the cold. Maybe they feel rejected. Like I said, potentially some of you guys have walked away after you shut your person out. I am seeing that. 7 of Cups here. So I do feel like your person potentially is still heavily fantasizing about what could be within this connection. And a lot of, I guess, what this person was following, I guess, was the fact that they had potentially other options on the table. Not necessarily other connections, but potentially other choices to be made that they wanted to pursue, which has left them feeling rejected because they wanted to maintain the connection with you. With the Ace of Cups here in reverse, that does speak of someone unable to move forward with an offering of emotion. And I just feel like your person feels as though they're rejected, so they can't move forward with extending an offering here to you at this time. And that potentially they're choosing another option has led to them not being able to emotionally share with you within this connection. But I do also sense here with the, so we have the 9 of Swords coming up in upright, but we have the Ace of Pentacles, which speaks of a beginning and grounding something in this connection. And I just feel like your person is very anxious. They suffer from a lot of anxiety around what that would look like in order to pursue or move forward within this connection. Sleepless nights, really bad anxiety, fears, what ifs that they're kind of living with. I do feel like the desire here, we will take the bottom card on that one, like the desire here is to move forward, but they're kind of unable to express themselves because they feel like they've been cut out. Yeah, with this High Priestess now coming out upright, I do feel like your person is now recognizing their intuition and listening to messages from Spirit or downloads or their dreams or anything that they were kind of ignoring regarding this connection, which is why they feel rejected. And you did get the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and we do have your person getting the King of Pentacles in reverse as well. So I do believe having the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles does speak of a divine connection and a very high compatibility with your person. But the fact that it's in reverse, I do feel like potentially both of you guys weren't able to fully develop this connection to its full potential in the way that it was really meant to be. And I just feel like your person here with the King of Pentacles in reverse under the 7 of Cups, that they're really beating themselves up over the fact that maybe an option was made or a decision was made on a different option within this connection, which didn't include you. and was going against their higher intuition. And we do have the Two of Pentacles coming upright. I find it interesting, these two decks, and we have same card, same card, same card, same suit, but instead of Queen, we have the King in reverse. Just find that kind of interesting. You guys are most likely mirroring each other at this time with how these cards are coming out. But with the Two of Pentacles here, this is about balance. This is about, you know, somebody struggling, juggling, trying to make things work, robbing from Peter to pay Paul, trying to cut from somewhere to make something else work. And I just feel like with this Ace of Cups in reverse, your person feels as though they're really unable to manage how they feel about you in this connection and be able to ignore it without pursuing the connection further, or at least taking the initiative to ground something in this connection, but are completely filled with anxiety. And regardless of what their intuition is telling them here with the High Priestess, the King of Pentacles in reverse, it's like they're not wanting to fully act on it, even though they understand what their intuition has been kind of screaming at them from this perspective. We have the Three of Wands here in reverse, and the Three of Wands is the card of, you know, waiting for your ships to come in, kind of maybe looking off to the distance to see what will happen in the future. But the fact that it's reversed, I just feel like your person is not wanting to wait for the future to ground something, because they feel as though maybe they'll miss out, and that's their anxiety, is if they don't act on this connection, is that they might potentially miss out on this connection with you. They're just not sure how to go about grounding or moving forward. And with the Sun in reverse, I just feel like your person feels as though inevitably this connection will work out if they are the ones that will progress, but there's just delay in the contentment, because the Sun's such a positive card, whether it's upright or reverse. I feel as though it's just a delay in contentment. Can also speak about ego, and maybe how the ego is still kind of in play here, with your person maybe having to bite the bullet and apologize to you. But they are feeling rejected, and they are feeling like maybe a decision that they made kind of was not the right decision in regards to this connection specifically. Now we will pull some oracle here. Spirit, can we get further clarity regarding pile number one's person and how they're feeling about this connection, or what they're thinking? Thank you. We got Prince, light attribute, romantic charm and potential for power. Shadow attribute, using power for self. I can't even say this word. Aggrandizement. So pretty sure it's making themselves feel bigger about themselves, or to look bigger than they actually are. I feel as though with this card here, it's more leaning towards this, these two cards, with them wanting to move forward and grounding something in this connection and taking that step. With the anxiety, I just feel as though they're not sure how to bring on that romantic charm in order to gain maybe control or power within this connection, like they might have had at one point in time with this connection. Because I just feel as though maybe for the bulk of this connection, this person's been the one calling the shots. And now it's kind of like they're out of control of this situation, or which way the situation's going. Engineer, light attribute, ability to give creative energy, a practical expression. Talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Shadow attribute, reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. This is giving me heavy vibes of the Magician. And what I'm thinking with this card, it is tied into how your person is wanting to control and manifest where the situation is going, to potentially manipulate how you can get back to maybe putting your energies and your efforts back into this connection and having this back on track, or picking up from where it left off. So I think this is their heavy energy right now, is how do I get, you know, from feeling rejected to stepping forward. And the anxiety is there, and I feel as though they know any longer will extend their period of contentment. Spirit, can we get more about how pile number 1's person is feeling in this connection? Thank you. Frustration. I did want to come in reverse. I just feel as though what it was kind of coming to me was the fact that they know that their frustration is kind of self-induced, and that in order to remove this frustration that maybe they're having from deciding wrong, or at least choosing an option that didn't fulfill them fully, is that it's in their hands to remove this frustration, to maybe be able to reach out and connect with you. Ooh, yeah, we got lots of cards. I do want to pull this one here, and we will take the bottom one as well on this pile. So we got mystery, we got abundance, we got flow, and that one was in reverse, but I don't generally read the oracle cards in reverse unless Spirit is telling me, communicating with me that it should be read in reverse. I do feel as though with this flow card though, yeah, energy is really stopped within this connection abruptly, and that in order for your person to get this back on track, they feel as though really the key's in their hands. And I was feeling really from this Sun card, you know, that feeling of faith, that they kind of know that this connection is kind of destined, or at least will happen one way or another. With the faith, they just believe that it's meant to kind of happen. But I think the realization is that they have to act or do something. And that High Priestess obviously is speaking of intuition with this mystery card here, and this abundance speaks of, you know, your person very well knowing intuitively that there's abundance to be had within this connection, and full potential to be realized within this connection that hasn't been tapped into. And I always get the 10 of Pentacles vibe from this abundance card. Can even be, you know, the 10 of Cups, but it's like the full realization of contentment, happiness, overflowing abundance that just hasn't been realized because their intuition is trying to guide them in this connection to make the right decisions. And I mean, I don't know how much longer your person can sit in this reverse King of Pentacles for. We're going to pull one more oracle card here. Now, I did have a card fall on the floor that I wasn't going to pull, but it may be something here. We have the Artist card, which says expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically in the shadow attributes, using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, and posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. So I feel as though potentially your person is more on the creative side, artistic, but what I'm picking up from this is maybe your person is trying to come up with a creative way to move forward with you. So what I'm getting from Spirit is if you guys shared art in some way or another, your person's in is thinking of a way to communicate with you, maybe about something regarding art or something you guys shared in the past, in order to kind of open the door of communication and kind of gauge how you feel, so that they're able to then, you know, communicate maybe how they're feeling or what it is that they want with this connection once they understand what and how you're feeling. I got Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. I feel like this is for a lot of you guys. Number 43 might be significant for some of you guys. Or the number, what is that? 7. July might be significant. But with this Owl Spirit, you see clearly now. I just feel like when we saw your energy with that Hermit in reverse, like you've had a period of contemplation, that you're able to come out and see the connection kind of for what it is, or at least your person for what it is. Maybe the rose-colored glasses have come off, and I just feel like for a lot of you guys, you feel like you've been done dirty, or that your person kind of owes you an apology for however things went down, and you're just seeing the situation a lot clearer now, or at least you have your boundary in place as to what you need to happen in order to forgive, or even if you want to invest in this connection at any point in time. I just feel like, yeah, with the Crown here, like you understand your worth, what it is that you desire or would like to see within a connection, whether it be from this person or not. And because I did sense some mirroring here, your person is obviously picking up on your energies, and hence, you know, this 3 of Wands in reverse, your person knows that, you know, the ships aren't going to come in, or at least they can't just wait around for those ships to come in. They're going to have to take action and start grounding this connection with the Ace of Pentacles here, and even through their anxiety, through their fears, you know, and even their inability to express themselves emotionally. There's a blockage there. They just know they're going to have to act. Now I'm getting from Spirit that potentially it may not be a great idea if they just act for the sake of acting, but your person feels as though potentially they might lose you. So I'm not quite sure what, you know, what they intend on doing, except for some of you guys, I do see that, you know, maybe reaching out regarding something you guys enjoy together as entertainment, and potentially making an innocent comment regarding that to gauge how you feel. Okay, so we will pull some messages from your person. Spirit, can we get messages from pile number 1's person to pile number 1? What do they want to tell pile number 1, if they could tell them anything within this pile? What would they tell them? Thank you. You deserve better than me. I think for a lot of your people, the moment you realize your worth and maybe set up your boundaries, your person realized that maybe they were not treating you right or selling you short of what you truly deserved within a connection. Which is why some of them are challenged to step forward, because they feel as though you might deserve better than them, or what they have to offer at this time. We will pull this one, and we will pull the bottom one of this pile. I want to spend more time with you. Yeah, for a lot of your people, I was sensing that they do miss you. They feel rejected. They kind of want to spend time with you, but they're not sure how to gauge how you're feeling at this moment. I knew right when I saw you that you were the one. Well, that speaks to this, you know, I knew your person was feeling this connection was divine, and that it was meant to happen one way or another. And I think that's this faith card, just believing it. And, you know, believing it is one thing, but being able to actually manifest something in the 3D, I think, is what your person is realizing needs to happen here. Because, I mean, in the 5D, anything certainly can happen and is happening, but grounding in the 3D definitely needs to happen here. You are so sexy to me, I cannot resist you. Yeah, your person is definitely still feeling connected to you. They're still obviously attracted to you. For some of you guys, I'm getting they're still maybe looking at pictures of you guys together, reminiscing or ruminating on you and memories. But yeah, they're with that death card in reverse too. I feel as though there's some closure that needs to happen here within this connection that hasn't really fully happened. And potentially, you know, the full realization or potential within this connection might not happen, but at least there needs to be some sort of communication, because right now I think both of you guys probably feel rejected from each other. I'm going to pull song cards here, and then I'll pull guidance, and then some charms, or we might do the charms after the music cards, and then we'll do some guidance at the end. So Spirit, can we get a song card here? Ooh, there's lots of song cards, but I do feel as though this one and the bottom one here. So we got 2 songs coming out for you guys. Cuts Like a Knife by Bryan Adams. So that's an oldie but goodie, but if you're not familiar with it, you might want to find it on YouTube or take a look at the lyrics for that one. May resonate how I feel your person is well, I feel pain from both sides, but I feel your person is feeling very rejected right now. Stolen Dance from Milky Chance. This is a really good song. I really like it. I just feel as though your person does want to reunite. I think they really want to spend time with you and connect like you guys did at, you know, in the past. And they are thinking of a way to maybe ease communication with you by keeping things light. And I just get with the Stolen Dance, it is about, you know, keeping things light and enjoying one's company. I do feel like that's kind of where your person is at. And there is still a little bit of ego that needs to come down from your person with the Sun in reverse. So I think your person is working on maybe letting go of ego and really just trying to find a way to step forward with communication here. But the anxieties around how receptive you'll be to them. And I think that is what's really, you know, maybe holding them back. Okay, so we will pull some charms, and then we'll do some advice cards. Okay, so for charms, let me grab this so my charms don't go everywhere. All right, so what do we have in the charm box? Let's see. I'll get one more. All right. So we have an evergreen here, which always reminds me of Christmas, but could be someone likes hiking in the forest, but I was picking up heavy Christmas vibes, so maybe someone's birthday is around Christmas, or Christmas is significant in this connection. Now we do have the 9 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and then we have the 10 of Swords, followed by the 2 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. So this is kind of painting a picture to me of maybe what's the timeline of the connection and what's happening. So we do see, you know, wish fulfillment here being this Queen of Pentacles, which was representing you when we did an energy check-in in reverse here. This is heavy Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn vibes here. And with this Ace of Cups, this is an emotional new beginning, you know, but we have here the 10 of Swords, which is maybe, you know, this connection never really got off the ground or a false start. It kind of ended before it even got going here with the Ten of Swords. It's an ending. It's a painful ending. But I do see here with the Two of Wands and the Page of Wands, it's like looking, you know, to the future, to the potential of maybe what this can bring. And the Page speaks of communication. So I do feel like your person's wanting to communicate to you a plan for the future, or what does the future bring. Now the Two of Wands also speaks of distance. It's holding the globe here, or the world. So potentially there could be distance involved in this connection. So you do have friends. So I feel as though your person certainly wants a friendship back with you, at least. And I don't feel like you guys are on friends terms even. So this friends might be something they want. And I got music here. So potentially music could be significant within the connection. Maybe one of you guys is a musician or into music, or you guys share music together. The B, a D, Q. Now these could all be initials that are either in your name or your person's name, or months that are significant. So we got W, got C, P, H. Got 2 H's. V, C, G. And we got the number 7 again. And I did say July could be significant. So number 7 showing up again. And the 0, which is that Fool card. You know, the 0 speaks of infinite amount of opportunity. Can also speak of that Fool card wanting to start anew. And we do have an arrow and can be up or down. I just feel like this is saying there hasn't really been any movement in the connection, but I do feel as though this is saying there needs to be forward movement here within this connection. Things definitely can only go up from here. And I do feel as though, you know, if anything, that there could be a friendship to be salvaged here. Now we have a totem. And these totems can really speak of somebody's belief in either their own culture, their own, you know, believing in the divine, believing in something outside of themselves with this totem here. I just feel like your person definitely believes in something happening in this connection, because it's divinely guided one way or another with this totem here. And we got the flower. So maybe flowers are significant. Maybe your person gave you flowers or sent you flowers. And we have this little yellow dog, which reminds me of the dog in the Fool card again. So that Fool card, right, means that when there's an ending, a 10 of Swords, you have a new beginning with the Fool card. And I just feel like that Fool card is your person wanting to have a new beginning within this connection and start anew. Maybe right things that have been wrong. We have this guardian angel here. So definitely you guys have guardian angels that are kind of protecting this connection. Now this coin represents the High Priestess, which is the intuition. And we did see the High Priestess come out for your energy and your person's. And I do feel as though there is a lot of hidden knowledge when it comes to the extent of this connection that your person might have been ignoring when it came to intuition. And that this High Priestess is, I just feel like your person's finally listening to their High Priestess and they're being guided by their intuition. And we got the Moon here, which again can very much speak of these hidden truths, hidden knowledge. You know, I do feel as though with the Moon as well, that potentially your person needs more clarity around the situation and that there's still some uncertainty. We've got the Screwdriver here, and I feel like this could definitely mean somebody feels like they got, you know, screwed over. But I also feel as though this means there's potential within the connection for things to get adjusted. So potentially things were too, you know, too stiff, needed to be loosened a bit, or things were too loose and need to be tightened. So it's adjustments definitely need to be made within this connection. And if you guys are in a period of pause, that the adjustments that required adjustments that need to be made within the connection, I feel are certainly happening right now. And then we got the, well, it's like a firework rocket. Fireworks definitely can be, you know, a reason to celebrate. Maybe your person is still considering that reconciliation or wanting to enjoy themselves with you. I do feel as though they want to enjoy themselves with you on this friend level. Maybe you guys shared art together, and that's something that they miss. I have the purple heart, which could be something you see frequently, or your person could have some significance with that. And then the number 2. 2 always speaks of options. And I just feel like your person potentially had options on the table and possibly chose an option that excluded you. And yeah, and they're realizing what, you know, maybe they're living the consequences of their options. But 2 could also be February, could very well also mean, you know, 2 weeks, 2 days for your person to communicate with you. Because I do sense that your person wants to communicate. I'm just trying to see if I can. I'm picking up Paul for a name here. I'm also picking up Victor, Charlie, Chan, Dan, Zach, and David. All right, well, we'll get guidance cards here for you. And feel free, if you see something else in those charms, you know, take it as a sign that this reading was meant to find you and that the messages were here from Spirit. Now, this is a general reading. If you're interested in a private reading, I am doing private readings for the month of November. Feel free to send me an email and what you are looking at as far as questions, and I can let you know my rates and which reading would be the best reading. So Spirit, can we get a card here for pile number 1 regarding this connection? What do you want to tell them, Spirit? So we got here, Guardian. Yes, and we did see that gold guardian angel. I do feel like you and your person are heavily protected, you know, by your ancestors, by guardian angels, by a higher power. And I feel as though your person is definitely connecting with their intuition when it comes to this connection. And I feel as though what Spirit was telling me, that they've always had an inkling that this connection was meant to be one way or another. I think they're realizing right now, though, that their actions have a heavy, significant impact on where this connection is going to go in the 3D, because, you know, 5D, like I mentioned, can certainly be, you know, great, but what's actually grounding this connection, and that your person is going to have to take a step forward despite the anxieties and their fears of not knowing how you feel. And I do feel like with the guardian angel that there is a protection happening within this connection. So it is Spirit's way to just kind of put your mind at ease that things are happening kind of as they're supposed to unfold. But that reading did resonate for me. I hope it resonated for you guys. And if it did not, we have 3 more piles. You can certainly join us there. And if you do like my jewelry, you can visit me at prairievintagejewelry.com. And if you liked another video, then I would suggest you subscribe so that you are kept up to date with my videos. Anyway, we'll see you again. Thanks, guys. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous pile number 2. If you picked this heart stone, then this will be your reading. So if you skip the intro, we will be taking a look at your person's feelings and thoughts within this connection. And this is a timeless reading, so whenever you stumble across it, it was meant to find you. Now, we will tap into your energy, just so you know whether this is your pile or not, and how you're feeling about this connection. So we'll ask Spirit to give a clear and concise message for pile number 2 regarding this connection, so that they know whether this is their pile or not, but the person that they have on their mind. Thank you so much, Spirit. And pile number 2, I'm so blessed and grateful that you're allowing me to tap into your energy. Thank you so much. If you are interested in the jewelry I am wearing, it is available or will be listed at prairievintagejewelry.com. And I will put a link to my site down below, as well as all the cards we are using for this reading, if you're interested. Okay, so we have the 2 of Cups in reverse. We got the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. We got the Emperor in the middle. This one wants to come out. We got the 6 of Cups. Number 6 could be significant to you guys. The 6 always gives me the Lovers vibe. So that's the major arcana for the Lovers. We got Temperance here. I'm getting a heavy need for balance within this connection. So clarifying the 2 of Cups in reverse, we have the World in reverse. Can we get the 6 of Pentacles clarified, Spirit? Why is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse here? I got the Page of Swords. Why is the Emperor here, Spirit? Why is the Emperor here? We got the 5 of Wands. Why is the 6 of Cups here? What's the 6 of Cups here? Okay, we'll take the bottom one on this. We got the Empress. Ooh, we have the Emperor and the Empress coming out. This is definitely a divine connection. If you do believe in twin flames or soulmate type connection, this is giving me that vibe for sure. Can we get the Temperance clarified, please? Spirit, thank you. We got the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is your energy regarding this connection as we sit right now. And I do feel as though there's been an end to this connection. So with the 2 of Cups in reverse, that's an ending of a union, of a connection. And I do feel this is very similar to the first pile, because there was an ending as well. It was very painful. I see here more reminiscing in the past. Nostalgia, missing your person. But with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse and this Temperance card upright, I just feel as though any sort of give and take within this connection wasn't happening in a way that was fair. Now, I am picking up from Spirit a mixed energy here of you being either the Emperor or the Empress being kind of like half of you guys being the Emperor coming here and half of you guys being the Empress kind of coming here. But I do feel as though there's recognition here of an imbalance within this connection, and that someone's wanting to bring things back into balance. So either you, here the viewer, want to bring things back into balance because you are missing your person. With this 6 of Cups, this speaks of nostalgia, missing, going back home, missing your friends, that home feeling. And I just feel like this cup also is my soulmate kind of card, with the Emperor and the Empress here coming out. I just feel like there's a need to right things in this connection. And the World in reverse speaks of needing closure. So because this is your energy, I'll read this like this is your energy regarding this connection, that you feel as though there needed to be closure, that how this ended kind of left things up in the air, that there wasn't proper closure and things were unfinished, or that things are still unfinished, and that you want to be able to drive in to have communication about the challenges that this connection had. Certainly around that lack of balance with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, or somebody wasn't putting forward energy or effort, or as much effort or energy, and that the communication needs to happen around that's the biggest challenge. And also another big challenge within this connection, I feel, is maybe you feel as though the other person was being very stubborn in the way that they were kind of ruling or controlling things, and they were not really open to what you were trying to maybe get from this connection. But I do feel like there is a whole lot of love here, and that there is a history of really digging in deep and missing your person, and a feeling of home. I keep hearing this feeling of home and love, protection within this person. Yeah, protection, love, caring, joy. That's like superseding any sort of need for order. And maybe you're here as the person who wanted order and control, because I do feel like somebody here wanted order and control by not investing in this connection. They thought if they weren't putting forward energy or effort, or showing their true feelings or emotions, or keeping up this very orderly guard, that they wouldn't be exposed to having to maybe be hurt. But I do feel as though potentially that jeopardized or put the connection at risk, and that there needs to be a balance now. With the Eight of Swords in reverse, I love this card. It's very cute. Yeah, I feel as though the guards, the prison walls, that mental blockage has to come free. And that potentially you realize here, because this is about you and how you feel, that you realize that in order to bring balance to this connection and to put the right type of stuff in this connection to make it work, that the guard around your emotions, your feeling, how you were able to communicate. I'm hearing for a lot of you guys communication about maybe how you feel, about what you want, about where things were going, about maybe why you're holding back, or what your thoughts were regarding this connection. Now the wall or that cage needs to come down with that Eight of Swords, that block that you might have had, or your person, if this is about, you know, like I said, there's a mixed bag here. So you might have felt like your person was guarded and not open. Okay, so if this sounds like your energy, or at least the connection's energy, we will take a look at how this person, your person, is feeling and thinking in this connection. So Spirit, thank you for that concise message. We'll pull oracle cards as well as tarot, but right now we'll ask to see pile number 2's person. What are they thinking and feeling in this connection about pile number 2? Thank you so much, Spirit. All right. Got the Eight of Wands. I got the Knight of Goblets, which is the Knight of Cups in reverse. And we got 2 cards wanting to come out, which is the Three of Wands and the Sun in reverse. Now, this is giving me heavy pile 1 vibes. You might want to go check out pile 1, but we did get the Sun in reverse as well there, and we did get the Three of Wands. Now, the pip cards don't really come out in reverse with this deck because they pretty much look the same either which way, so we will just kind of pick up vibe from Spirit. Can we get 2 more for the top row here regarding how person in pile number 2 is feeling about this connection? We got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which also came up in pile 1. Complete different decks as well, guys, so this is pretty uncanny. We got the Ace of Swords. All right, so why is the 8 of Wands here, Spirit? And we've got the King of Swords upright. Okay, why is the Knight of Cups here in reverse? We got the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Why is the 3 of Wands and the Sun in reverse here in the center, Spirit? Please clarify. Got the Hangman in reverse. We also got that for pile 1's energy. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Can we get a clarifier here? Yes, we got the 6 of Cups again. And for the Ace of Swords, and I draw cards again. And, oh, we got the Queen of Swords. Okay. 2 queens here for some of you guys. Could have been an option. We did talk about for pile number 1, and I'm very much picking up from Spirit that, you know, potentially the person from pile number 1, this is their person's energy because it is very strong. But you certainly don't have to go check it out, but that's kind of what I'm picking up here, is that there was an option that your person potentially chose to choose someone else, because I do see 2 queens here. But we'll start with the beginning part here, which is the 8 of Wands and this Knight of Cups in reverse. So I feel like your person is really wanting to move things forward, okay? So there's a need to move things forward and get clarity within this situation, because with the King of Swords, I do feel as though the King is the king of, you know, wanting clarity, is the king of thought, is a logical person, is wanting to make sense of things. And with the 8 of Wands, I just feel like there is an urgency to sort things and to clear maybe anything that was unclear in this connection. And with the Knight of Cups in reverse, I just feel as though, you know, the Knight is communication, but also very dreamy. When you're talking about the Knight of Cups, comes in there, is talking about love, flowers, roses type things. So I just feel like your person is wanting to be more in their logical mind and make sense of, I guess, where this connection potentially is headed using logic rather than maybe emotion so much. And that with the 9 of Pentacles, I do feel as though your person is knowing that they're in order to move forward and be independently strong within this connection, they're going to have to be not based in maybe fantasy or, you know, lovey-dovey type romance, really be a little bit more practical but logical with their thinking when it comes to where this connection's going and thinking of the future. Because when you have the Hangman here in reverse and you have the 3 of Wands, I just feel like this is a lot of looking to the future energy, making a decision, potentially bringing in what it is that they've learned within this connection, but putting any sort of period of limbo to rest. With the Hangman, you know, this speaks of somebody in limbo, taking a higher perspective. I feel as though your person has had a chance to ruminate and think about where it is that they want this connection to go. And the Sun in reverse just speaks of them knowing that you make them happy. With the Sun here, this is this contentment card. This is joy, contentment, fulfillment. Within a reverse, it's delayed contentment. And I feel like your person wants to step forward here with that 8 of Wands to get things back to being happy, because there is a lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of missing how things were in the past with this 6 of Cups. And I do feel as though a lot of you guys are this Queen of Pentacles. This is Capricorn and Virgo and Taurus energy again, which was heavy in pile number 1. We do have with the King of Swords now, I believe we are talking air, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So that could definitely be prominent now. But yeah, with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I feel as though you're just not giving your person the same energy and consistency and being the loyal, solid, reliable one as far as when it comes to energy. That's been removed, you know, and all your person really has is just memory of how the connection was. And that they need to be more independent within trying to solidify themselves individually of what it is that they want within this connection, right? So together in the connection, you know, there's obviously it takes two, but each person's going to have to come in knowing what it is that they want. And I just feel like your person was kind of in this, you know, when we saw the Six of Pentacles in reverse, in this state of not being able to invest effort or energy, knowing now that they're going to have to be independently successful in their choices and their clarity as to what they want and how they want to move forward, or they won't get there, you know, their solid Queen of Pentacles. But I do feel as though for some of you guys, if there isn't a third party or someone that your person had to choose over, that this Queen of Swords, which also Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, does speak of that counterpart. Like we did see the Emperor, Empress. Now we're seeing the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. I just feel like it's all over the place. Like all over the place is in signs all over the place that this connection is divinely guided, that you and your person are divinely matched, and that there is a lot of, I guess, compatibilities within this connection between you and your person. And that there needs to be clarity given to you from your person, that maybe things kind of got left in limbo. And the Sword speaks of that clarity. With the Ace of Swords, this is wanting a beginning around truth and getting down to the truth despite how painful it is, and despite adversity, cutting through bull crap and getting through the truth, and having those tough discussions and conversations with the Queen of Swords as well. I feel as though maybe a lot of you guys have been ready for that discussion, and that your person was kind of more, you know, enjoying the romantic side of the connection. But when it came to talking about future potential and their role within this connection, they've been kind of absent. And I do feel like right now, because this is about their energy, that they're kind of wanting to stop. And maybe for a lot of you guys, this has already happened because energy is hard to pinpoint. But I do feel as though that state of limbo has come to an end, and that your person has made a decision to really discuss and look at the future potential within you and make this solid decision to be of what it is that they want within this connection, and where it is that they want to go, and the future potential, and letting go of maybe this you know, Knight of Cups type energy that they were encompassing in the past, and being more King of Swords. So Spirit, can we please get some oracle cards for the person in pile 2 and how they're feeling this connection? Thank you. Success. Yeah, I feel like your person is understanding what it is that they need to do in order to be successful in this connection. I really got that from the Nine of Pentacles, because that is the successful independent card. You know, what is it going to take for them to be successful in achieving what it is that they want with this connection? Rejection. Yeah, for a lot of you guys, I was picking this up with pile number 1. I think there was some rejection that had happened between you and your person. Your person is feeling rejection because of the fact that you probably had to put up a boundary. Yeah, your person is certainly you know, feeling rejection right now. And I feel for a lot of you guys, they might fear rejection still if they do have this communication. That balance card coming out again, that's that temperance, that's that 6 of Pentacles. It was coming in reverse because, again, there is a strong need to balance things out here. Anxiety, yeah. This is also in pile 1 with the anxiety. There's anxiety around and fears around, you know, what if you're going to reject them? I feel this is more future rejection that they may feel, but they do want to balance things out, and the only way to do that is for them to give more of themselves within this connection than they have been in the past. But I think for some of them, they fear it might be too late, because you might reject them. So we'll get an oracle card here, Spirit, for pile number 2. We got White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. And then the number 66. So we were seeing the number 6, like I said, could be significant. That's the Lover's card, or the number 12, which is the month of December. Or we can even reduce that to the number 3, you know, which is the collaboration card. And I feel like that's all over this reading too, this collaboration. In order to work with another, one needs to independently know what it is that they want, or what they're able to offer and bring forward. And I think your person needed to find out what it was that they want and what it is that they can bring in order to be successful, to balance things out, and trust in this connection, trust in their ability to invest, right? But right now, I think there's a lot of anxiety around the what ifs. That might be kind of holding back this connection, rather than maybe listening more to intuition. We got more cards here, Spirit, regarding pile number 2's person, how they're feeling and thinking. You guys should definitely check out pile number 1, because I do feel as though this is still heavy vibes from pile 1, or at least continuing. Okay, so we got Bully here. Highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. And then Shadow Attribute conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. I think your person's way of maybe dealing with situations might be a little passive aggressive, but I feel as though they want to face this connection head on. And I feel as though with all their diversions that they were using within this connection, that kind of maybe, you know, they didn't really want the light shined in on areas that maybe they were exposed to because of feeling vulnerable. And I just feel like your person now knows, or at least has with this Ace of Pentacles, knows that they need to be more vulnerable when it comes to exposing themselves and being able to allow this connection to happen naturally, whether it is that they open up and get hurt. You know, it's really more of a trust thing here with this person than it is really about you and their ability to trust another without being exposed or leaving themselves to be bullied or at least hurt by another. So we got Networker, enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. And then the Shadow Attributes, conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. So I feel like your person, yeah, kind of speaking to shedding light in areas that they kind of maybe wanted you to be distracted by. So, you know, with this Knight of Cups here, like I said, maybe they were very living in fantasy when it came to, you know, like I said, love, roses, and that sort of fantasy talk, where it kind of, diverted you from the reality of, you know, holding their feet to the fire as far as what was really going to ground this connection, or what was really how this connection was moving forward, and kind of pointing to areas that, you know, would be more of a distraction than actually looking within and deciding what it is that is going to move this connection forward in the 3D world. So that's what I'm picking up for your person's feelings right now in this connection. We will pull some messages from your person here, and then some music, and we will do some charms as well. So Spirit, can we please get your messages from pile number 2's person to pile number 2? If they were to say anything to pile number 2 within this pile, what would they say to pile number 2? Thank you. All right. I have many childhood issues I'm working through. Okay, so yeah, with this energy of this bully and this diversion, I just felt like your person was scared to be vulnerable or to be exposed. I mean, it could very well be stemming from childhood. We will pull the bottom card on this one because I think that wants to come out. And this top one as well. Okay. I want to move closer to you. So your person is having thoughts. If you guys are far away from each other, your person wants to move closer. Certainly for some of you guys, maybe there was discussion about living together, because I was really picking up a strong energy of a strong history here with your person. Oh, I want to taste you. So clearly there is still the passion your person is feeling for you in this connection. A strong sexual desire that your person is definitely missing about you in this connection. I'm going to pull one more card. You deserve better than me. Okay, this one came out in pile number 1 as well. And this is definitely stemming from this childhood issues. Your person might feel as though, you know, you're too good for them, and it's difficult for them to want to open up, and this anxiety that you may reject them, even though maybe for some of them they self-sabotage this connection, is scary to them. So they'd rather just kind of, you know, consider the what ifs. But I do sense here with this Ace of Swords that there is this strong desire to start, I'm going to pull that one, to start with the communication. So we got Halo here by Beyonce. So the lyrics here: hit me like a ray of sun burning through my darkest night. You're the only one that I want. I think I'm addicted to your light. So your person is feeling that you're definitely special to them. They are addicted to your light. We did see, you know, that sun card coming out in reverse. So I feel as though your person might be kind of in the dark right now and wanting their sun back. So if you are familiar with Halo, you know, take a listen to it, maybe look at the lyrics, but that song is what's coming out for your song card for you and your person. And we will pull some charms here while we sort through this. Yeah, I just feel like your person right now understands that there needs to be communication had around the clarity that they've had. And I do sense for some of you guys that there has been a period of maybe separation or a pause where you guys had a chance to maybe take a look at what has happened. And your person misses you with that 6 of Cups. Like, there is nostalgia there. So we'll pull some charms. All right. Okay, so, ooh, we have the Guardian Angel coming out. And this came out in pile number 1. I do feel like when you see the Guardian Angel that, you know, this connection is definitely protected and guided. and that things are happening, kind of unfolding as they should. And how beautiful. We got the Two of Cups, which is union, love, sharing. And I feel like both of you guys kind of want the Two of Cups within this connection, because it was coming in reverse as a first card there for energy, that there has been an ending, but both of you guys kind of want to have that union back. So these are initials that can either be in your name or your person's name. So we have L, V, C, P, B, H. I am getting Brad. I'm getting Charlie again, and I was getting Charlie in number 1. I'm getting Paul, Victor, Lawrence, Lacey, Philip, Brad. Okay, so we got Faith, and we spoke a little bit about faith in pile number 1. There's this knowing within this connection that things are kind of unfolding as they should, and just having faith that the connection, you know, is divinely guided, and that will lead to a unity. But there needs to be action in the 3D in order to, you know, ground this connection, because there can't just be a belief and that's it. And I think your person is realizing this, or maybe you're realizing this, right? Like what exactly needs to be done here. I think there definitely has been clarity, and now there needs to be communication. Number 7 could be significant, which is July, or the number 2, which is February. But these both came out in pile number 1. I feel like 2 always speaks of options, and that your person potentially chose someone else with the 2 queens we saw there, or made a decision or a choice to do something else or be with someone else that might have jeopardized this connection. Usually with the 2s, that's what I get. Here we have the Key, which is speaking of solutions, and I feel like, you know, that there has been some thought around what exactly needs to happen in order to have solutions within this connection, that I think both of you guys are very well aware of what kind of needs to happen. Now it's more of making it happen, and I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're kind of waiting for your person to act on this realization. We have luggage here, and that does speak of that I want to move closer to you, so potentially there's a visit involved, some travel involved with the luggage, maybe a vacation. Potentially a person's going to ask you on a vacation here with the palm trees and the luggage, maybe somewhere hot, maybe someone lives close to some palm trees. We did see evergreens for pile number 1, which speaks of the forest, but I do feel like this is giving me heavy vacation vibes. Ooh, and we got the little yellow dog that came out in pile 1 as well. This is very similar. You guys have to watch that pile. But the little yellow dog here, this reminds me of the dog on the Fool card. And the Fool card obviously speaks of, you know, stepping forward naively, like the beginning. And I think your person really wants to kind of have a beginning again within this connection, because maybe there was a false start, or you know, things have ended, and now they kind of want to wipe the slate clean and start kind of anew. Oh, this also came out for pile 1. There's like, I shuffled these charms like crazy, and there's like a million charms in there. So you guys got the High Priestess, which speaks of intuition and hidden knowledge. I just feel like there's been lots of thought around, you know, what this connection could be and what exactly needs to happen to really bring forward the solution and moving forward within your person's perspective, you know. And maybe that was the missing key, was your person was just not really understanding that, or at least wanting to take a look at the intuition. Okay, so we have some twine or some rope here. This gives me hangman vibes when I see it, but I do feel as though with the hangman kind of being in reverse, that there's decisions being made based on a perspective that your person's given some consideration regarding. You know, that I feel like any sort of limbo state that they've been in, that they want to put an end to. Yeah, I just feel like there's been a lot of time spent, a lot of time, well, I'd say wasted, but very much required in, you know, what is needed for next steps to move this relationship forward. We have speak. I think for a lot of you guys, you might be on non-speaking terms, and this is a sign that there will be a chat or some communication or some further closure. With that Ace of Swords we were seeing, there is that need to communicate the truth, and I think that a chat needs to happen because both of you guys feel there needs to be closure. With the car, we're getting that whole travel again. Maybe someone needs to long drive. There is that travel piece. But this also can speak of just forward movements, being able to move forward, because it has been very stagnant within this connection. And there's been that hangman period of pause where I think now with it in reverse, that ability to move forward is definitely on the horizon here. Got another leaf, and with leaves, I mean, leaf could certainly be, again, just reinforcing this palm tree, which is a strong, sturdy, connection, like well-rooted. A tree is very much stable. With this leaf, I feel as though this is like giving new life. Again, this Fool vibe, new life, because leaves fall and then new leaves are kind of born again or regrow within the tree. I just feel like there needs to be new life within this connection that's going to drive things forward, and it will be kicked off by the speak. And I feel like because the speak is red, and red always kind of is this hot, and I don't mean hot as in passion, but I mean hot conversation where it's like, where people might have to be face the truth. It's like heavy conversations, I think, really need to happen. Nothing light, like really getting down to the bottom. And then we got teddy bear, and I was feeling that like protection, home feeling. I feel like, maybe you see your person as the teddy bear or they see you as a teddy bear, but I just get this being closer to home, feeling comfort, feeling loved. And I just feel like both of you guys are kind of in that state where you just kind of want to love each other and move forward within this connection. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for charms, but I will put this aside and we will pull a guidance card here. Spirit, for pile number 2, can we get a card here? Anything you want to communicate to pile number 2 before we close out this reading? Thank you so much. All right. We got inner child. Yeah, I think your person has been protecting their inner child. We saw that child trauma maybe your person's working through, and I think they're really, with that teddy bear too, guarding their inner child. But there is a need in order to move forward within this connection to embrace the inner child, to understand that the only way to really move forward with that key that we saw, that key to the connection, is to expose and be vulnerable with that inner child, with someone else you trust, right? And it's difficult when you've been burnt in the past to build that trust, to really let your inner child kind of come out. But I do feel like this is Spirit's way of saying your person is definitely recognizing, or has recognized, that they're, that they were acting out of protecting their inner child, because no matter how much they felt for you and loved you and still love you, that need to stay guarded and not hurt is just such a strong, overwhelming feeling for a lot of them. So it's just become second nature to guard themselves. I see lots of stars here, and with the stars, it speaks of hope. It also speaks of distance. So I feel like there is this heavy distance between you and your person that needs to be overcome. But I do pick up from Spirit that distance isn't going to keep this connection apart. Once things click, and that key that we saw to this connection, if the inner child is embraced, and the vulnerability between both of you guys to embrace this unity, that there's going to be no distance that's going to keep you guys apart. So I feel like very positive about this connection's future. So you'll have to leave a comment below if this resonated. Let me know. Like I said, if you want, you can check out pile number 1, because I do feel like they are very, very much connected. But anyway, if you're dropping off, that's fine too. Don't forget to hit a like if you resonated with this, and we'll see you again. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you picked this stone heart, then pile number 3 is, this reading is for you. So if you skip the intro, we will start with your energy to get a gauge of how you're feeling in this connection right now. But ultimately, we'll see what your person is feeling and thinking within this connection. And this is timeless, so whenever you stumble across this video, it was meant to find you. We'll take a look at music cards, some charms, and messages from your person as well. But ultimately, this will be about how your person is feeling. So Spirit will ask for pile number 3, you give a clear and concise message. Thank you so much. And pile number 3, I'm so blessed for you allowing me to tap into your energy for your reading today. Thank you so much. So we have the Ace of Swords coming out for your energy within this connection. We got the Sun in reverse, and that came out in all piles so far. So 1 and 2 were heavily connected. And yeah, this is Ace of Swords also came out in pile number 2. What do we have here? So we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, just some Virgo energy. And we got some air. The Sun, we got Leo. Okay, we got the Chariot in reverse, some Cancer energy. And what else do we have here, Spirit? We got the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, so some more air. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we got the 2 of Cups. Now that is upright. Why is the Sun in reverse here, Spirit? Got the Fool in reverse. Why is the 9 of Pentacles here in reverse, Spirit? We got the World in reverse. Why is the Chariot in reverse here, Spirit? We got the Knight of Swords. And then why is the Page of Swords in reverse here, Spirit? Okay. So we got the 4 of Cups. Just give me a minute to tap into the energy here. This is how you're feeling about the connection currently. If you're interested in my jewelry, you might want to visit me at prairievintagejewelry.com. This jewelry will be listed there, and I will post the link below. And if you're wanting a private reading, I will be doing private readings for the month of November. Feel free to send me a message as well. All right, so what do we have here? I'm feeling for a lot of you guys very mixed feelings. So you feel as though you want to communicate to your person and be the one to tell them how you feel, that you want to have this connection going with them. With the 2 of Cups, it speaks of unity, sharing with another. The Ace is, you know, cutting through adversity with the Truth, having communications, truth, clarity about this connection, and you want to have that conversation. But then a part of you is holding back with this Fool in reverse, and with this Page of Swords in reverse, this Knight of Swords in reverse. It's like this feeling of holding back because not knowing where it's going to lead, you know, and I feel like there needs to be closure and communication regarding what has happened in this connection, because it's left you guys a little unclear. With the World in reverse, it's like there's still closure that needs to happen around, you know, if there is a potential, if there's still a potential to move forward with this connection. And somebody here, you know, and because this is about your energy, I feel like was rejected. So I feel as though, you know, there is a feeling of rejection. at some point, and potentially you rejected your person, and now you've recognized that you want to communicate, that you do want to move forward within this connection. And there's this back and forth in your mind. With the sun in reverse, the sun is always such a strong, powerful card about contentment and joy and happiness. And with it in reverse, I feel as though it's just a delayed, delayed contentment, a delayed ability to find that joy and that ability to find that fulfillment. With the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles is that finding success within self, independent, strong, successful, independent self. And with it in reverse, it's like you want to be able to know whether you're moving forward with this connection, or whether you want to, or, well, what you want to do, I think, is irrelevant. I think you want clarity as to what, what your person wants, so that you can either move forward and commit yourself, or just kind of move on with your own self. But I feel like you're kind of going back and forth between whether you're going to communicate or not. And with this Chariot in reverse, I feel like there is a need to really know where it is that you're going, that it's just kind of recklessly heading in a direction that you're not quite sure where it's going. Where is this connection going? Where is it headed? There needs to be this conversation here about how I feel. I feel as though maybe some of you guys might feel like you'll get rejected if you talk about wanting to have this connection, or the next step in this connection. But there needs to be some sort of closure here. Like, do you want to take this to the next step? Or are we just going to continuously be in this state of limbo, is kind of what I feel. And it's a difficult conversation to have, but it's like you can't really be independently living your best life right now without knowing the what if, and having that talk with your person. And there is potential for joy here, but you're not sure whether to take that step forward in this connection, or at least you need to know from your person. And maybe I get from some of you guys, you've been kind of breadcrumbed along from your person, or flat out rejected at some point. But now there's mixed signals, so you need clarity around, what do they want? Where is this connection kind of headed? Do I talk to them? Do I wait, for them to come to me? Am I just going to get rejected again? Rather than just being a passenger kind of in their quote unquote game, or how they want this connection to go. So that's what I'm picking up here for the energy. I'm still picking up that you guys are most likely still together, or talking, or still have a situationship going. Pretty heavy, actually. And the heavier this connection gets, the more clarity you're needing in order to know whether you're going to be independent from this person, or have this relationship, or take it to the next level, whatever relationship means to you. Okay, so if this sounds like your energy, then this is most likely your pile. Then you want to stick around for what your person's feeling. If it didn't, then you might want to check out one of the other piles. So we will start with the tarot, but we will pull some oracle, and then we'll do some music cards and some charms and messages from your person as well. So Spirit, can we please get pile number 3's person's feelings about this connection? What are their thoughts and feelings right now in this connection? Thank you. So we have the Six of Swords in reverse, and the Two of Cups in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. The Devil card in reverse. And of course I drop cards again because I love that. All right, I dropped 2. We'll take both. And we got the Ace of Wands, and we got the Nine of Cups, and I took them as they fell, and I just want to make sure I'm reading that right with the Roman numerals in reverse. Yes, Nine of Cups. Okay, why is the Six of Swords here in reverse, Spirit? Got the King of Wands. Two kings here. All right. Why is the Two of Cups here in reverse? The Hangman in reverse. There's the King of Pentacles here in reverse, Spirit. Shuffle. Got the Tower in reverse. And why is the Devil in reverse here, guys? Let's see. The Hermit in reverse. Okay, and then the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Cups in reverse. Spirit, please clarify. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, okay. It all came in reverse, even though those cards were shuffled very well, up and down and all around. So I do feel as though your person is working on, there's definitely an attachment of some sort that they're letting go of. With the Devil in reverse here, I do feel like the Devil speaks of addictions, attachments, obsessions, you know, unhealthy attachments, really. And I feel with it in reverse, your person is certainly coming out of this attachment and could potentially be an attachment to this connection. Now, I don't normally start at that end, but that was speaking to me probably the loudest here. Was their focus is kind of shifting on letting go of attachment. But we'll start with the first card here when we see the Six of Swords in reverse. Six of Swords speaks of, you know, moving into calmer waters, getting, you know, from a rough point in time to maybe where things are not as difficult. But within reverse, I just feel like there's still a lot of potential hanging on to unhealthy cycles within this connection and ways of being in this connection that your person is potentially still ruminating and hanging on to. And I feel like with this Two of Cups, whether you guys are together or not, your person still feels as though they are not with you at this time emotionally. They're not giving to you in the way that would consider a unity of two people. So I do feel like they know that there is this holding back of love and emotion and sharing. Now, because I do see two kings here, potentially you could very well be in another connection with another person, or your person could be involved with someone else. I do sense here that there is another focus on another connection, and it is male energy here. So, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be, but that's kind of what I'm picking up here is masculine energy. But what I do pick up from your person is this King of Pentacles card here in reverse, which is this inability to really stand solid within this connection. I feel as though that's what your person is trying to work out for themselves. But, you know, with the Devil in reverse, it's that breaking free of an attachment or breaking free of maybe an unhealthy way of being. And because we have the Tower here in reverse and the Hangman in reverse and the Hermit here in reverse, I feel as though this is very significant to what they're going through right now, that they're putting either an end to another connection, they're putting an end to this unhealthy pattern or loop in order to free themselves up for what's next in this connection. And they haven't really been able to fully invest because there's been this other involvement. And it could very well be, you know, a family member, you know, I got to take care of my sick dad, or I have to, you know, provide for my, you know, XYZ, or whatever it may be. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic other, but I do feel like there was this other obligation, but was an unhealthy obligation, I feel, or an unhealthy connection that they had to this other individual that they're trying to break free from, or at least set themselves free in order to focus on other areas of their life, which could very well be you. I just feel like right now they sense that they're not really in this connection with you in the full potential at which they could be. And I was getting from your energy too that there was something missing, that they needed to either shit or get off the pot, you know, rather than breadcrumbing or stringing you along. And I just feel like the stringing along was because they don't want to lose you, clearly, but they knew they weren't able to commit to you with this other obligation going on and having to kind of cut the strings with that. Now, so the Seven of Pentacles talks about, you know, putting in the work in order to reap the reward of what the efforts that you kind of put in. And I just feel like your person hasn't really been able to put into this connection in the way that they want. And even with the Ace of Wands in reverse and this Nine of Cups, it's like they know that you're the wish fulfillment emotionally for them to be in this connection and in a relationship with you, but they're unable to really drive that or move forward with that because of this other obligation that they have or that they have to deal with this Devil card here in reverse. So I feel like your person right now is feeling as though they need to focus on this Devil energy if they haven't done so already, and kind of gain their bearings before they move forward full feet in this connection. But I do really pick up with this Two of Cups, this Nine of Cups, that there is love, that there is emotion that they feel for you, and that they know that there hasn't been that heavy lifting, emotional or physical effort being put into this connection. And I feel for some of them something happened. Maybe you've already talked to this person, but something's happened that made them kind of realize that they had to make a decision or they had to step forward. And maybe with this Tower in reverse, it's like preemptively dealing with something before it became a Tower moment or before they lose you. It's like they want to act before it kind of, you know, gets in the way, because it kind of is getting in the way, I guess, if you will, of this connection. So we're going to do some oracle here. Spirit, can we get some more regarding pile number 3's person and how they're feeling in this connection? Thank you. We have death. Yeah, they have to put an end to this attachment or this Devil energy. I feel like it's an unhealthy obligation that they feel, a sense of obligation. Okay, love. We know we saw love here. There's definitely love here for you. I think there's, that's really the driver for them wanting to resolve and put an end to a piece of their life. And if they are with someone else, because like we were seeing those two kings, they want to put an end to that other connection in order to free themselves up to, you know, have a loving connection with you. Hunger. I haven't seen this card. Ooh, wow. Okay, this is giving me very heavy Ace of Wands, Sun card, and just this drive, this hunger to move forward. I think the drive is definitely there. It really fired them up to want to deal with this Tower and this Devil. You know, put an end to being in limbo, not knowing. With the Hangman here in reverse, it's like putting an end to a state of limbo, making a decision, jumping 2 feet into a decision. You know, even this Hermit card in reverse could be, you know, deep isolation. But what I feel is kind of the opposite of the Hermit effect here. What I'm getting is like your person is now coming out, acting on what it is that they feel they need to do in order to break the barrier here with the Devil. Anxiety. Yeah, they are feeling anxiety because they don't want to lose you. And I feel like there's a lot of pressure from you on them right now. And maybe you're not going full pressure, because for some of you guys, I think you guys haven't been completely, fully putting the pressure on, but they sense that there is some pressure around the corner and they want to be proactive, and they're having anxiety about losing you and losing this potential, this, you know, this wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. There's a lot of love here. There's a desire to want to move forward and see what happens, but right now they know that there hasn't been this equal give and take, and that they're not able to do that until they put an end to either this third party, this unhealthy obsession. Could very well be, you know, something that they're dealing with in their personal life, like a bad habit. I sensed it was another energy, like a male energy, maybe a boss or a job that's unhealthy, or some connection that's going on right now in their life that they're kind of involved with or close with. So we will get some more oracle cards here. Spirit, can we get some more regarding pile number 3's person, how they're feeling in this connection? Virgin, light attribute, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit, fear of intimate union. I feel this maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. I feel like your person wants to make the right decision with the love in order to invest in this connection by ending whatever is unhealthy in their life right now with this toxic king or toxic devil in reverse. So to be pure, to, you know, move forward rather than you giving them maybe an ultimatum that they sense is right around the corner. They don't want to put themselves in a position that's going to be closer to losing you, and that it may take away from the love if they're forced to have to deal with something after the fact. Just probably won't sit well with you, and they know that. So we have teacher, ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. So I feel like your person, well, aside from being really wise, I think they really read the situation fairly well. So maybe some of you guys have told them flat out what it is that you need, but I just pick up from this that your person can read social cues or into this connection from how you're feeling and what it is that they need to do next in order to have next steps in this connection. And I think you guys are both most likely on the same page. Now I was picking up the unhealthy attachment here. For some of you guys, could be you to them. And maybe, you know, for some of them, they need to realize what is healthy within this connection. And maybe they have an unhealthy attachment to you, but they want to make the decision to relearn this connection in a healthy way, and only really, hang on, picking up cards, and only really deal with you on the terms that's going to be a healthy connection, not necessarily in this unhealthy way that they might have been dealing with you in the past. Like, they are recognizing this and learning this. And really, that's almost self-taught. Like, I think they know intuitively, just based on, you know, what they've observed within this connection of what it is that you need, how it is that they need to behave. So we'll pull one card here for pile number 3 and their person and how they're feeling. We got Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. This essentially wraps up this whole reading. Yeah, they're clearing out the clutter, like this unhealthy addiction, obsession, this obligation, this attachment that's not really needed in their life. In order to free themselves up so they can be open to love, they need to put an end to that noise, that clutter. I think that's the state they're at right now. They're putting an end to it, and you know, I don't know how long this period will take, but I feel as though this needs to happen in order for things to progress within this connection, and they know it. And with the 10 here, because you got 28, which reduces to 10. 10 is all about closure and putting an end to a cycle or a situation. With the 10, you know, you always get a rebirth following the death of something. So I very well feel for a lot of you guys, this is like ending a cycle within their life in order to start a new chapter with the 10. So it could very well be that they've been working on this for a while, and maybe something, you know, you were kind of the catalyst that helped them leapfrog into doing what it is that they've always intended on doing anyway, whether it was kick a habit, you know, move out of living with their, you know, their militant father, or whatever situation they had here with their boss, or some sort of third-party interference that they kind of just put up with, that they're actually doing something about. And they know they have to in order to be happy, just whether it be with you or, you know, not with you, but in order to progress with their own selves, they're going to have to, you know, deal with that. So we will pull some messages from your person. that right there. And we'll see what your person has to say to you. Okay, Spirit, can we get messages for pile number 3 from their person? If their person was to say anything at all to them from this pile, what would pile number 3's person tell them? Thank you so much. All right, so we have... Every song reminds me of you. Oh, your person is clearly reminiscing on the connection, and everything kind of reminds them of you. I feel songs, most likely, you know, you're on their mind. Clearly, if you're driving them enough to make these decisions in their life, I can kiss you for hours. So your person is definitely feeling passion for you. They want to be with you. This was asking about how they're feeling, so I feel as though they're thinking about you. They're wanting to be with you. They're wanting to spend time with you. I can look into your eyes forever. Wow, okay, this is a very deep connection here physically. Your person's really wanting to be physical with you. Maybe their love language is physical touch, what I'm picking up for a lot of you guys. And again, what's coming up is that Devil card, that potentially there was an unhealthy attachment to you, that your person's realizing that maybe, you know, if they are not apart from you, that maybe they're needing a little bit of time to kind of cool off a little, because this is very hot and heavy here. Let's pick this one. I am undecided at this time. Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you guys, I think this was the main driver of why you guys might be here, was, you know, that feet dragging, that state of limbo. They weren't really moving forward with the connection. You're kind of feeling like, do I need to communicate? So I feel as though your person is driving forward, but they're dealing with things behind the scenes. And this has been really a bone of contention within this relationship, was their need to communicate to you what they're really doing on the back end. And we did get 2 cards here coming out, which must have been stuck together. I wish we lived together. Your person wants to be with you. I think they're ready to move forward in this connection for sure, but they're having to really resolve and clear out that clutter, that noise, that, you know, that unhealthy attachment that's still kind of lingering within this connection, that they're just needing to work on. So I think for a lot of you guys, they probably were stuck there for quite some time, even before I think you kind of entered their world. And you're kind of, like I said, the catalyst in them actually actioning what it is that they need to do in order to free themselves of these unhealthy attachments and addictions. So we will get a music card here for you. There's one that wants to come out. Animals, Maroon 5. Okay, that speaks to all that passion we were seeing. They want to kiss you. They want to be with you. This Animals is very primal. It's very much a lustful song. If you haven't listened to Animals by Maroon 5, I would highly suggest you take a listen to it. I think it's more about feeling that song than it is the lyrics, but it is very primal. So I will pull charms, but maybe best if I put this out so that we don't spill them everywhere. And it's funny because I have so many charms, and we got the same charms for pile 1 and 2. So, well, not same, but a lot of the same ones. Okay, and we got some all sticking together. Okay, got lots. One under the fingernail. Okay. So we will start with the initials here. We have E. Now this could be your initials or your person's initials or months that are significant. ES, or it could very well be M as well. Okay, so EMS, U, I. I also got from Spirit that maybe one of you guys works for the EMS, emergency medical services. So potentially with an ambulance service. We got a U, an I, a P, a K. I'm picking up Sam, Samuel. I'm picking up some East Indian names as well, which I'm not going to probably pronounce right. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands and the Four of Wands. Beautiful card. So the Six of Wands is the victory card, and the Four of Wands is that union. It's also the 1111 card, which is that, you know, soulmate, twin flame card. If you want to put titles on it, but it's really that union, the marriage, the coming together. And I just feel like this is, you know, what the outcome is for your person. They want to be successful in having that union with you. And in order to do that, they're going to have to clear the noise of what's going on in their life right now. And with the anchor, we got baby anchor, and then we got the big anchor. And I just feel anchoring is obviously a need to stabilize the connection. But I feel like maybe there was a little bit of stability and your person wants to move this in more of a stable type connection that you're able to, without a doubt, you know, have certainty that your person wants to progress things with you. And we got flower here, so maybe your person likes to send you flowers, or, you know, send you emoji flowers, or maybe one of you guys has a garden with flowers, but flowers is significant. We have star, and the star always speaks of healing and hope, so there is definitely hope in this connection. Stars are also speak of distance, so potentially there's a distance between you guys. Now we do have a few major arcana cards here coming out. I swear, if High Priestess comes out again, no. Okay, so we got the World. So there was the World in reverse that we saw, need for closure, and I feel as though this one most likely was coming out in reverse, that things aren't done with this connection as far as the potential. There's still a lot to be had, and there's still a lot within this relationship, but there does need to be an ending of you know, what's going on in your person's life first in order to move forward to this Four of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune always speaks of fate and destiny and things kind of, you know, working out kind of as they're destined to. And I feel like certainly things are looking up as far as progression within this connection, but there needed to be a break of loops and cycles within your person's energy, within this other third party male energy we were picking up there. And then the Justice, so it was in reverse. I was feeling that right now, you know, there isn't really any justice as far as this connection goes, because there's things that need to happen in order to balance out the scales and make it so that you guys are able to give and take equally within this connection. And there is no real flow to that right now until, you know, that happens with them dealing with their third party connection issues. So we have 5, and 5 speaks of changes, challenges. 5 can also be the month of May for some of you guys. I'm also getting 5 weeks, so potentially your person might have some information regarding, you know, what's going on with them in 5 weeks time for a lot of you guys. This with the Speak card is about communication. I feel like there needs to be some heavy conversations about the future, and I feel like you guys are probably waiting for that. With the blank one here, I feel like one of you guys wants to have a chat, but there really isn't what you're going to say. It's more about what the other person's going to say, and I feel like maybe this is you. Like, you've already kind of said your piece, and you're kind of waiting for your person to communicate to you what their decision is in this connection. So we got Leaf, and the leaf could very well be the rebirth of a connection, because leaves fall and they regenerate. And I just feel like with the leaf here, a solo leaf, it's like the end of, you know, what no longer serves your person in order to have a regrowth within them. And I feel very strongly that they know that. We have this rubber band, and I feel like the rubber band is always, you know, someone coming back to someone else or a situation, and your person had this unhealthy attachment, I feel, to an obligation that was kind of pulling them or holding them back, you know, and in order for them to break free of that, they had to recognize that what was unhealthy and really break that cycle. And I feel like for a lot of them, that's what they're focused on doing very intently, which unfortunately, you know, kind of keeps you in limbo. But we have these tweezers, and these tweezers are very precise and pointed. I feel like with these tweezers, your person knows exactly what it is they need to pull out of their life right now, and very finely, you know, go through what it is that's no longer serving them, remove the clutter and the noise, and pick through removing things out of their life that is just slowing them down, that isn't relevant to them no more, that maybe they're hanging on to, that just is not serving them. We have this big coin here, which is actually an earring, but the big coin here, what I always kind of take away from that is like, it's like a shield, especially because we have this like almost like a handle. And I feel like your person's been shielding themselves from the full potential that they can have with you up until now. With that Two of Cups we saw in reverse, that they had to guard themselves and shield themselves because they knew, or they know, that they have to resolve all these other things before fully letting you enter their lives. And I feel like a lot of them have been shielded or guarded and had their shield up. Yeah, and I feel for some of you guys, they might need to resolve their financial situation, which might be in play with this third-party connection, because financially there might be a question mark. So we got the airplane, which can speak of, you know, that distance we saw with the star. Maybe there needs to be some travel by air in order to get to you, or to, in order for them to have closure. They might are thinking of having a plane ride. Here we have fish, which always reminds me of the ocean. So potentially someone lives close to the ocean or needs to travel somewhere near the ocean. Fish also gives me the Christian vibe. So potentially one of you guys might be religious, but fish definitely can speak of Christian or religious, you know, energies that I'm picking up here. We have teddy bear. And with the teddy bear, this one I think came out in number 2. And the teddy bear always gives me that safe, secure, like home feeling. Also could be childhood, you know, which maybe your inner child needing to kind of come out and being vulnerable. And I feel like in this connection, your person wants to be vulnerable with you. They feel safe with you. This is kind of giving me the, I feel safe with you, so I'm able to open up and be vulnerable. And they certainly want to be able to finally say they can do that. Two of Cups here, which gives that Two of Cups feeling, that unity, that celebration. See, there's 2, there's not 3, which we also have in there. So I feel like they want it to be just you two, and that third party is going to have to be put an end to. Here we have another airplane. It's a paper plane though, and I feel like a paper plane for me just means thinking about travel, thinking about, you know, something that maybe isn't solidified, but now because we have the airplane, it could very well be your person was considering, or maybe you guys were talking about travel, but with the plane here, that it has been, you know, maybe decided that the best thing to do is to solidify and, you know, have an actual plane flight or travel somewhere, whereas this one's more just talking about it, an idea of, you know, what things would look like if they traveled. So yeah, could very well be your person is having these strong feelings of traveling. And here we have the King and Queen, which is very beautiful. I think I have you know, the, I guess, ivory Queen and King, and then the ebony King and Queen. And I feel like with the 2 coming out here, that maybe there's a mixed race connection here with you and your person. or that maybe culturally you guys are different. We were picking up the fish here with Christians, so maybe you guys have different beliefs, but picking up this difference. Maybe you guys do things a lot differently than one another, but I do sense with the King and Queen here that, again, throughout this whole reading, this is very much the soulmate, twin flame, divinely guided connection that I'm picking up here for you. And I feel like a lot of you guys already know it, but I'm picking up a very positive energy here about the state of where this is going. I think both you and your person are kind of wanting things to go in the same direction. I don't think your person has been communicating to you all that much about that, and maybe that's the frustrating part, but with seeing that, you know, I do sense your person wanting to move things in the right direction. So we will pull a guidance card here for pile number 3. Spirit, what do you want to tell pile number 3? Thank you so much. Ooh, Guardian, and this came out in pile number 1. So the Guardian here, it's like the guardian angel. It always speaks of this protection, and you know, when you're divinely protected, when you have a connection like this, it is divinely protected. The guardian angels are making sure things are kind of unfolding the way they should. I just feel like, you know, with this card, it's really confirming from Spirit to you that everything's kind of happening in the way that it should happen, and that it is divinely protected. And I know it could be frustrating or fearful if you don't really know where your person's at, if they're not communicating and you're kind of guessing, but this is kind of Spirit's way of saying, you know, you stopped here obviously for a reason. This is a timeless reading, but your person is definitely being guided for their highest good by their guardian angel, just as you are within this connection as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed this reading, you guys. I don't know if I shared with you guys, my website's prairievintagejewelry.com. If you're interested in any of the jewelry I'm wearing today, I'll post the link to my site down below. If you're interested in these cards, I'll post the decks down below as well. And you might want to check out one of the other piles. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, or leave a like if this resonated. And if it didn't, please leave a comment so I know what's going on. But thanks. We'll see you again. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 4s. If you picked this heart stone, then pile number 4, this is your reading. And I'm so excited to get to this final pile. And if you skip the beginning, we will be tapping into your energy, how you're feeling about this connection, just to see if this is your pile or not. And if it resonates, then feel free to stick around, because we will be picking up how your person is feeling in this connection, what they're thinking in this connection. We'll be taking a look at messages from your person. We'll pull some songs, some charms, and as well as some oracle. We will pull the bottom on this. So we got the Chariot upright. And Spirit will ask for clear and concise messages for pile number 4 regarding their person that they're thinking of in this connection. Thank you so much. And pile number 4, I'm so blessed for you allowing me to tap into your energy today. Thank you so much. So grateful. If you haven't subscribed and you like these videos, please do so. That's the best way to support me. We have the 3 of Wands coming out. And if you're interested in a private reading, I will be doing private readings for the month of November. Feel free to send me a message, and we'll figure out what reading you need for your situation. So we got the 2 of Swords. And what else, Spirit? We got the High Priestess. And one more for the top row here. We got the 10 of Wands. Now remember, this is your energy of how you're feeling about this connection. So Spirit, can we get clarity on the Chariot, please? Clarity on the Chariot here. We got the 5 of Cups. Ooh, okay. And clarity on the 3 of Wands. We got 7 of Cups. Can we get some clarity on the Two of Swords, please? Oh, we got the Ten of Cups. Clarity on the High Priestess. We got the Nine of, oh, sorry, not the Nine, the Four of Pentacles. And finally, clarity on the Ten of Wands. One card. All right. We got the Four of Wands. All right. So if you guys are interested in the jewelry I am wearing, it is available at prairievintagejewelry.com. Feel free to join me there if you are interested. I'll post the link to my site down below. Just give me a minute to tap into this energy. Okay. I'm picking up for a lot of you guys that you're moving forward in this connection almost just with actions because you don't either want to lose this connection. So you're kind of moving along and guarding it. And I feel as though there's something missing. And I think it is full buy-in from you. And what I mean by that is that you're kind of driving forward, going wherever this connection takes you, but your intuition is kind of whispering to you something else, but you're kind of hanging on to what is there right now within this connection, even though there might be potentially more, but you're kind of hanging on to status quo in your life. And it seems like it's getting more difficult and more difficult and more difficult in order to move forward in this connection the way it is, but you're still hanging on to something. And potentially you want things different, but things are kind of staying the same. I feel there's a heavy feeling of regret. I feel there's a heavy feeling of wanting a full emotional fulfillment within this connection, but there's this indecision. So I'm going to start here with the Chariot card. The Chariot speaks of this ability to drive through adversity with, you know, two odds kind of coming together to make things work. And it's kind of about balance, but it's also about kind of going through and coming out the other end of some challenging situation and plugging through. And I feel like this could very well be talking about, you know, the future, because when you look at the Three of Wands, it's like these options within the future, but still hanging on to, in the traditional tarot, the gentleman is still hanging on to one wand and looking at two wands, like which way should I go for my future, but hanging on to kind of a piece. And why I say hanging on is because you got the Four of Pentacles here, which is also hanging on to maybe the way things are or have been, or a piece of your past that you won't let go of in order to move forward in this connection. So you're kind of just moving along this connection as things are kind of thrown at you, rather than maybe controlling and steering. You're kind of in this indecisive state where no decisions being made, and potentially because you're still wanting to hang on to something that might not be serving you. This is like burying your head in the sand, knowing there needs to be a decision made, specifically a decision made around the Ten of Cups, which is the ultimate fulfillment. You know, a connection that brings you over joy of emotion. It's like the ultimate relationship and connection that one can have. And I feel like with this High Priestess, it really is speaking about the hidden truths, the intuition, you know, it's there, but just this hanging on to something that isn't really, well, I feel it's almost hindering or holding you back. Hanging on too tightly to something in the past maybe that is holding you back, or holding back this connection. And it's getting very heavy with the Ten of Wands. I feel like this is this overburdened, heavy feeling when trying to get to this Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is that unity, marriage. You know, it's the 1111 card. When you're talking about the Four of Wands, you see the Four of Wands in the traditional tarot. But combined with the Ten of Cups, it's like marriage, the ultimate connection. And I just feel like your intuition may possibly be telling you that this is the ultimate connection here. But this heavy feeling of regret with the Five of Cups, sorrow, looking back on something maybe that was done, that's regretful, looking at the future as to what do I do. You have all these options, kind of more fantasizing about what the future would bring rather than doing anything about it, kind of just looking to what do I do, what do I do, what are my options. I have lots of options, but not really doing anything. Even though your intuition's kind of screaming at you, you're really hanging on to something here that's not helping progress this connection to move forward. But yet I still see there's movement. But it's more movement of thought, maybe. Knowing that you'll have to drive through and action something within this connection. Okay, so if this resonates, this is an interesting energy that I'm picking up. If this resonated with you, we will pull the tarot to see what your person is feeling. And as well as some oracle cards to gauge a deep understanding as to what your person is feeling right now. So this is timeless. So when you come across this video, the message is certainly meant to find you. So we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for pile number 4 regarding their person, the person on their mind. And, you know, what are they feeling and thinking about this connection right now? Thank you, Spirit. Now, if that didn't resonate, you might want to go check pile number 1 through 3. And there is a check-in, energy check-in there as well. So we have the 9 of Cups in reverse. We have the 3 of Swords upright. Now this is how your person is feeling. This connection right now. You got the Lovers in reverse. Got the Emperor in reverse. One more card for the top row. We got the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, why is the 9 of Cups in reverse here, Spirit? We got the Page of Swords in reverse. Why is the 3 of Swords here, Spirit? We got the 10 of Cups in reverse. Why is the Lovers here in reverse, Spirit? We got the Queen of Swords. Why is the Emperor in reverse? Ooh, lots of cards here. We got the Ace of Wands, and then these two wanted to come out. We'll take them both. And we got the Death card in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse under the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is about your person and how they're feeling. I got this heavy feeling in the pit of my stomach. Your person's heartbroken. They feel very disappointed. They're very heartbroken. They're not obviously getting what they want. I mean, the 9 of Cups is the wish fulfillment card in reverse. It's not getting one's wish, not getting one's desire. And it's very heartbreaking with the 3 of Swords. It's crushing pain. They're heartbroken, essentially. With the Lovers in reverse, too, this is definitely an option was made, or I guess a decision was made to maybe handle this situation or this connection in a way that they weren't in alignment with or in agreement with, which has caused them pain. And if they were the ones that walked away, they walked away painfully and with heartbreak of putting an end to this connection, or an end to at least stopping where this connection was going. I feel for a lot of you guys, your person did this. Despite the heartache and heartbreak. With the Emperor here in reverse, I feel like they probably feel as though maybe there were some immature attitudes here in this connection. Maybe people were really focused on what it is that they wanted and not you know, at the cost of maybe what your person wanted, kind of childish behaviors. And I feel as though with the Ace of Swords, it's like these cutting words that were said, or potentially something was communicated in a way that came across very hurtful. So maybe they ended things hurtful, but if that doesn't resonate, then potentially you said something to your person that was hurtful that made them maybe realize or sit with and think about the pain that was caused by you, and they just see it kind of as this immature attitude. Hurtful, throwing your weight around, or you're doing it because you can. And with the Page of Swords in reverse, I feel like your person just doesn't want to have any communication with you at this time. I feel like they're shut down for actually being the ones to move forward because they're still in this heartbreak with the Three of Swords and this Ten of Cups in reverse. It's like, and the Lovers in reverse, it's like you pretty much crushed their world. They're feeling heartbroken. Like, I don't even know what other way to describe it. Like, their potential for this Ten of Cups with you is done. Like, they feel as though if they were the ones that had to end this, which I feel for a lot of you guys, you kind of force them to, maybe by self-sabotage, kind of feeling like with this Three of Swords, like they're still kind of looking, like really, like waiting for you to clarify something that isn't sitting well with them because of this hurting words, this Emperor in reverse, this stubborn way of maybe being that's made them look back like they're waiting in silence, like really, what now, you know? And with the Queen of Swords, I feel like your person has gone from maybe potentially being emotionally involved in this connection, and now being a little more cold or more Queen of Swords attitude as to thinking logically rather than emotionally as to why it is that things kind of panned out the way they did. And I see how this Queen is looking up to the Lovers in reverse, like she kind of has this look on her face, I don't know if you could see, of like kind of like almost disgust but in disbelief as to how this ended. I'm really turned off by, I guess, the Emperor in reverse's actions. And I feel like with this Ace of Wands, your person is very much inspired in moving forward one way or another, because the heartache and heartbreak about how this went down just inspired them to want to move forward. And I just feel like right now they're kind of trying to find a way because they're still in this Death in reverse, which is unable to move forward and let go. Because I think there's a lot of pain here with the King of Cups. It's speaking of emotions, you know, deep emotions. With it in reverse, it's like they have to filter out, you know, what they're feeling as far as removing their emotions from their logic right now, and they're kind of really still in disbelief over how things were communicated, the way things were said. With the Lovers, we have the Gemini card. The Emperor here, I believe, is Taurus. Or is that Capricorn? I'm not sure. But might be a reason why I'm feeling Capricorn and Taurus. I'm also feeling Aries. Could be significant in your rising sun or moon sign here. And then, of course, with the swords, we have a lot of air with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. More swords energy here. And death is Scorpio. And Scorpio also with this King of Cups. So Scorpio is, I think, weighing heavy as well. So if that resonates for some of you guys or your person take that as confirmation. If not, then just let it fly. But yeah, I feel like your person is trying to find a way to let go and move on from how they're feeling, and they're just lost in their emotions and kind of in disbelief as to maybe what was communicated or said to them in this connection. But let's pull some oracle cards to get a deeper understanding here of how they're feeling. All right, so Spirit, can we get a deeper understanding here? Oh, okay, that was fast. We got bee Spirit, sweet results await. Bee. So bees are sweet, but also we know with bees, they are kind of homebodies, right? And I just feel like your person might have felt like they were robbed of what potential you guys may have had in this connection. If you did self-sabotage with this 10 of Cups in reverse, it's like their hive was knocked over, or the results that, you know, could happen, the fact that it awaits, your person knows that that's awaiting for them, whether it's within this connection or not, that's kind of what was driving them. And they want that. They want their 10 of Cups. They want their lovers. You know, they want to be able to enjoy, you know, a drama-free connection, essentially, without having to deal with this Emperor in reverse and heartache and heartbreak. And, you know, and I'm not saying that potentially you are the drama, but this is certainly coming from the perspective of your person, you know, and if this isn't resonating, then you may want to go check out another pile, but that's certainly how they're feeling. And with the number 7 here, it could very well be significant, or the month of July could be significant, or the 7th day of the month, be someone's birthday. I also link that to Sunday, so maybe Sunday is important. Maybe someone's religious here. Okay, so let's pull some more oracle cards here so we can see how the person for pile number 4 is feeling about this connection. Thank you, Spirit. And we got Virgin, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Shadow attribute, fear of intimate union. This is two-sided, obviously two-sided. I mean, that's what the archetypes are, but two-sided in this connection, weighing heavily. I feel as though what they feel, because this is a card clarifying their feelings, that they're still maintaining their pure heart and spirits despite being heartbroken. That's what I'm getting from them wanting to start, you know, be inspired to start anew, but having to get over this connection with the Death in reverse and this King of Cups in reverse, that they have to find a way to emotionally let go, but they don't want it to ruin their ability to love and be open to love again in the future. And I feel like still with this one looking back, like they're kind of still in disbelief, I guess, with maybe some actions that were had by you in this connection. And I feel that they fear that there was maybe you were scared to get intimate with them, as far as, you know, not necessarily intimate as in physically intimate, but vulnerable or emotionally intimate. Show of vulnerability that maybe you held back, that you're holding back, that there isn't, you know, that you haven't fully been able to let go with them in this connection. Damsel, understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. And then the shadow attributes, waiting for a knight to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusion. So I feel like your person was hoping to have this 10 of Cups with you. With the Lovers here in reverse, that kind of changed. But they are wanting to have a healthy connection, whether it be with you or not. But their idea of a healthy connection might have been askew when it came to this connection, just because here, waiting for a knight to provide you with seduction by romantic illusion, it's almost like they wanted to see what they wanted to see within this connection. I'll leave that there. And potentially they had their rose-colored glasses on when it came to you, or that's how they feel. and they were only seeing what they wanted to see. And maybe, you know, now they have this rude awakening, this heartbreak. They're kind of waiting for their 10 of Cups. So Spirit, can we please get more around pile number 4's person and how they're feeling about this connection with pile number 4? Thank you. Passion. So they still have passion for you. There's still desire. And I don't think that they would be feeling so deep in this King of Cups and this Death in reverse and having a hard time letting go and moving forward if there wasn't as much passion. But I do feel like there is love here. But with this Ace, the Ace of Wands, Wand speaks of passion, and there's definitely a want to, you know, have a new beginning when it comes to driving forward in a direction away from the pain of this connection. Now, for some of you guys, it could very well be with you at some point, and they're kind of waiting. But for the bulk of you, I kind of see your person as looking back at that Lovers and kind of disbelief as to how maybe things went down in this connection, and they're still not ready to have that conversation. Success. So yeah, I was getting a lot from that Ace of Wands. Your person wants to move forward with success. This is very much Ace of Wands to me. You know, they're ready to move on. They feel they're ready to move on. They're still hanging on to that pain and that emotion they feel for you, that they need the other shoe to drop. Sadness. Yeah, we're picking up sadness. We were feeling heartbreak, heavy, heavy heartbreak. You know, like I said, I was feeling that my stomach was kind of getting heavy there. So if something did go down in this connection, know that they are feeling very sad. And then we have the comfort. So I feel like, yeah, their comfort here with this 10 of Cups. You were their comfort, you know, with this, seeing you with the 10 of Cups. You're the Lovers, the 9 of Cups, like all this upright at some point in time where they could see their ultimate future self in this connection, like the ultimate fulfillment. There was a lot of comfort here, and I feel like your person really wants to have that level of comfort. Where was it? Yes, with this one here. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on self. So they want to move forward, and I think that they're cleaning themselves up from maybe what's transpired here in order to have that comfort within themselves, to be open to a connection that's not going to surprise them by any means, because I feel like for a lot of them, they were kind of taken off guard, or at least surprised by the actions with the Emperor in reverse, you know. So that's what I'm feeling here for how your person is feeling, but we will get messages here. Sorry for the mess pile here, guys, but Spirit, we'll ask for pile number 4 if we can get clear and concise messages from their person. What does their person want to tell pile number 4? If they were to tell them anything in this pile, what would they want to tell them? Thank you so much for the clear and concise messages for pile number 4. We got these ones here. Popping out. Not feeling it. Alright. We got this one. You deserve better than me. I feel like your person is recognizing that maybe a lot of you guys self-sabotage this connection, and they had to walk away. And maybe this will resonate for some of you guys, but you might feel as though your person deserved better than what you were giving them, because I don't feel as though they feel like you deserve better than them. I feel like they got kind of let down by you. You were meant to be. Yeah, they certainly felt that way. And for some of them, they still feel that way, that maybe in the 5D with this 10 of Cups. And that's why it's so painful with that 3 of Swords, that heartbreak, you know, knowing that you guys were meant to be on some level, and not being able to fulfill it's like the sadness that they feel having to move on without you. I have many childhood issues I am working through. That very well could be your energy as well. What I'm feeling, your person with that ace of, or ace with that Emperor in reverse, this always speaks to somebody who, usually the divine masculine, who is acting immature, kind of a mama's boy, potentially not stepping up. I just feel like your person probably sees you in this way that you have to work through your childhood issues. So this is more turning out to things that you'd say to them. I'm scared of getting hurt. That too feels like something you would say to them. I feel as though maybe for a lot of you guys, what I'm really picking up is you haven't communicated with your person, and you owe them some sort of communication, and you strongly want to tell them all this stuff, because I'm getting very much heavy energy of you wanting to tell them all this, and you know, your person not really understanding or knowing that why you sabotage this connection. I don't feel like your person, they're obviously now scared of getting hurt in another connection, but I feel like they really want to let go of any sort of anger that they might have had for you, in order for them to be able to be open to love the way they want, which is this Comfort card. Yeah, I do sense, you know, there's a lot that you want to tell your person, and maybe you're contemplating having that chat with them. I feel your person is intently looking and awaiting for you to say something. I feel like for a lot of them, they probably already said what they had to say, and maybe you haven't really been able to communicate your piece. And that's why there's a strong desire to communicate some of what we saw there with the messages from you. And if your person is upset, I think they have a right to be. And I don't know how receptive they would be to you communicating with them. So you'll have to take that one, you know, as it kind of sits with you in your connection. But we will pull a music card here. Oh, well, there we go. We'll pull the bottom one. I'll Be Your Mirror by Velvet Underground. And so the lyrics say, when you think the night has seen your mind, that inside you're twisted and unkind, let me stand to show you, to show that you are blind. Please put down your hand, because I see you. So take a look at the lyrics for this, but what I'm really picking up is your person kind of maybe seeing through your mask, and maybe you were wearing a mask in this connection, that they feel as though, you know, with that card saying, you deserve better than me, they probably sense that you were sabotaging, and with that mirror, they're just identifying that, yeah, that you're special, and that you're not, you know, you're not anything less than them, and you just have to love yourself in order to be in a loving situation with someone else. So they recognize that, but nobody can change another person, right? So for initials, we don't have very many here, like the other piles, but you might want to see if any of these resonate. Now we have a K, an M, or a W, so you can take it however it resonates, an S, a U, and an I. And every time I get I always think of someone being very independent, and I felt like with that Emperor in reverse, I felt like someone's like wanting to do things their way, very much I, me, and not thinking about the other, which could have been very much the situation here. I am picking up the name Sam, I'm picking up the name Kelly, I'm picking up the name Mike, I'm picking up Simon, I'm picking up Kim. So maybe you guys can make more names with that, or certainly could be months of the week, like September or May could be significant there. So I have the 5 here, just as I was saying May. May could be significant, or the number 5. You could be seeing a lot of 555. Number 7 has come out in all 4 piles. So July could be significant. Now I said June for a reason, so maybe June or the summer months, but 7, like we talked about, could be Sunday, could be a significant day of the week if someone's religious here, but 7 is coming out. And now with the tarot, we have the 2 of Pentacles, we have the 9 of Cups, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like, yeah, there needed to be a balance in order to have this wish fulfillment of this connection. And the 9 of Cups speaks of the wish fulfillment. And with the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like in order to stable and ground this connection, there definitely needed to be better balancing, because with the 2 of Pentacles, it's like not being able to juggle everything at once in order to make things happen. And I feel like that might have been your person's reason for stepping away despite them knowing you're their wish fulfillment. And then the Queen of Pentacles, I think, came out in pile 1 and 2, and the Queen of Pentacles represents Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. I am picking up that that might be representing your person's energy. Now, I see here a fish, again, could speak to, you know, Christian, religion. We talked about Sunday. Maybe someone here is religious. If you're not, then maybe your person is. But the fish can also be ocean. Maybe someone lives near the ocean. There needs to be a communication here. I think your person is waiting for you to speak. With that alien, with that 3 of Swords, it's like they're looking back, like, speak, like, tell me what's really going on. And because it's in red, I just feel like your person knows that it's going to be some painful truths that they need to hear regarding what you need to tell them. And we did see with those message cards a lot of painful messages that you might be feeling or were feeling at the time, maybe when they were self-sabotaging. Dream. So yeah, a lot of you guys might even be having dreams of your person. Your person might be having dreams of you. It's definitely someone's dream relationship here with that 9 of Cups, is that, you know, wish fulfillment, and even that 10 of Cups we saw there in reverse. Someone's dream was definitely fulfilling, you know, the potential of this connection, which didn't seem like it fully did get there. Yeah, need to balance here with the Justice and the Wheel of Fortune. So, you know, these are both major arcanas, and I just feel like with the Justice, potentially there was something done that wasn't fair. If you feel like your person was unfair to you, I feel as though your person feels like you were being unfair to them with this Justice, and that there needs to be this, again, I'm getting this balancing act, that there needs to be justice brought into this connection, and that the Wheel of Fortune does speak of, you know, things turning for the better and fate. But it can also speak of loops and cycles, and what I'm really getting here from this infinity is these loops and cycles that maybe your person wanted to break free from, you know, in order to be happy and content, or maybe you want to break free from loops and cycles in order to be with your person and have this stability. The key is always positive, because it speaks of solutions, being able to offer a solution, the key to a situation in order to move forward. And I feel like there is a way to be, oh, I also heard the name Mimi. So, and I don't know if I said Kim, but Kim's coming out again, and Mimi. Okay, but yeah, so there is a way forward. And now we got Flower, so potentially, you know, I think this one came out 3 times as well. But there is, you know, maybe you give your person flowers, or your person gives you flowers, or this flower is significant. Maybe you guys like a certain type of flower you guys share. Oh, we have this little butterfly pin, and butterflies are always speaking about transformation. So I just feel like there's a need to transform this connection from where it's at. I feel like it's probably in a pretty low state here. And maybe you're transforming as an individual, or maybe your person is, maybe you guys both are, but I just feel like there's a need to transform what hasn't worked into what's going to work within this connection. Teddy bear, this one came out 3 times, and the teddy bear is always, you know, comfort, feeling like you're at home, like you can be vulnerable, but can also speak of your inner child, childhood wounds. We were seeing with the Emperor in reverse. I called it the, you know, mama's boy, the need to grow up, the immaturity. I kind of feel as though maybe, you know, again, if this reading doesn't resonate, but maybe you weren't mature enough in this connection, or maybe somehow this, your person's feeling that you weren't mature enough to handle this connection or to take it to where it needed to go. And we have the luggage here, and the luggage speaks of travel. Could very well be a need to travel in order to be closer to your person. Maybe you're planning a trip to travel closer to your person. And then we have the birthday cake. So it could very well be that there is a significant birthday here that ties you guys together in this connection, or a birthday of either you or your person that you're remembering, that kind of stands out of your mind. Or maybe your person's birthday is coming up right away, which could be an opportunity for you to reach out to them. But yeah, so that's what I have for the charms. I'm going to pull some guidance cards, and we'll see what Spirit has to say to you. Spirit, for pile number 4, can you please give us a message here for pile number 4? Whatever you'd like to share with pile number 4 regarding this connection or regarding themselves. Thank you so much. All right. So we got Emergence. Wow, I haven't seen this card. I feel like this is really like the Ace of Wands energy I'm getting from this with this emergence. It's like there's this need to drive forward, this need to break free from chains and bindings that are holding you back within this connection. And emergence also, I feel, is pressing forward, but in order to do so, I think maybe hard truths need to be looked at. So I feel like if there's been any sort of communication that needs to happen in order to be set free from this connection, in order to move forward within the connection or apart from it, that in order to have this emergence, one needs to be honest with oneself. So I mean, Spirit's saying, ask yourself, have you been honest with yourself? Have you been honest with this person? Have you been honest with the situation? And really, just if you want a sense of renewal within this connection, the best way is to step forward and, be honest. And again, with that 3 of Wands, I was seeing that alien looking back. It's almost like your person is waiting for maybe an apology or waiting for you to communicate something that was, why that Ace of Swords was in reverse there. Something had happened that was very hurtful. So that's what I have here for you guys. And if that resonated, then I certainly hope that you leave me a like. And I do wish you the very, very best, you and your person. It sounds like a very tough situation to get through, but I know you will pull through. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if this did not resonate, feel free to join me in another pile, and we'll see you soon. Bye.